Now I'm going to cook spring mix with shrimp. So I'm the cook today. So I put half a cup of oil on the frying pan and put it on medium heat. And my mom is helping me. We will start off with chopped garlic, chopped onions, and chopped green chilies. It's optional. If you garlic and onions are mandatory, but green chilies are optional. If you like it spicy, you can add them, but if you don't have to. It depends on how spicy you like it or not. Make sure to move this until it's golden brown. We suggest, if you want green chilies in this, we suggest you to cut them in halves. So it's better that way. And then you add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm not that good at stirring, so don't mind if I'm not stirring it that well. Okay, so after you add the turmeric powder, make sure to add red chili powder so it'll be spicy enough. Make sure don't add too much spice if you don't like spice. Okay. I love cooking because of all the types of ingredients there is and powders. You know, I love helping my mom with cooking. Actually really enjoy it. Except for the part where smoke goes into your eyes, or the part where you have to cut the onions. Those are the parts that most people don't like, which is obvious. Only an oblivious person would not remember. So we've added some water so the spicy things do not get burnt. So the water has moisture and it will prevent the things from burning. And then after doing this process, you add shrimp. So we took some shrimp and marinated them with fish powder. Those are like special powders made for fish. So we marinated those for a couple of minutes, and now we put those in the curry. It looks really good, doesn't it? I feel my mouth watering right now. Yay, I get to move again. So make sure the spices get moved around as much as possible. Make sure every side of the shrimp get it. Right. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks delicious already. And then, after moving it for a few minutes, you add salt to taste. Which is technically salt. But don't add too much, otherwise it'll be, you know, very salty. After you add the salt, make sure to move it well so all the salt goes around. Because we don't want some shrimps to be so salty and some shrimps to be very less salty. So make sure they're good with the amount of salt they have. Okay, so I'm frying the shrimp so the taste can be really good. And now we're gonna add a spoon of coriander powder. Don't give it a chance to sink it in, because once it does, you won't have the opportunity to move it around. now we're frying the shrimp so it doesn't have like a bad smell and that it tastes good. Okay, so now we are going to add the spring mix. It has kale, spinach, and so much more. Don't dump it all on top of the shrimp. Don't dump all of it at once because then it will be overload. So very slowly add a little bit by bit. You know the kind of spices that's at the bottom of the shrimp? Make sure to bring them up at the bottom. Just going peekaboo. Don't rush, otherwise the spinach will come off. So deal with it softly. So this is the thing you do. You put it down and then you move it so it turns around. Now I'm becoming an expert in cooking. Remember how I moved the spring mix very slowly? Well, the better you move it, the more it will shrink. So the easier it will be for you to move it later on. If you move it too fast, then it won't get cooked well. And then once most of it shrinks, you'll add more later. Now we are going to cover the curry. So now we're going to take the top off after a few minutes. And we're going to move the spring mix to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan. And depending on, like you see there's little bits of water here and there, that we consider it gravy. So it's your decision on how much you want it. Like if you like less, you'll leave it open so it evaporates. If you like more, you'll make it more. Or, you know what I mean. It depends on how much you want it. Spring mix with shrimp is ready. And I'm so excited to eat it with white rice. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like and subscribe. Bye!